What is up, everybody? Season 6, episode 25, Bettors Delight. I don't know, like episode 3 or 5 of the three-man show. Me, Mark, Mike here, Matt off making noodles or something. I don't know exactly where he's at, but
Canada.
Not available. Biggest week of the year. I mean, if you look at bovadasportsbook.com, the amount of picks that you could make in the Super Bowl is astounding. Mike's already mad because I gave him a preliminary count on how many picks I have this week across all sports, but a lot of them are, prop related. Let's be fair. But to not make it for Super Bowl week, I mean, I get it when you go minus 16 plus units on a week. I understand not wanting to be here, but it is what it is. Back in dead last, I think. No, Mike, still dead last.
Yeah, I had a tough one last week. Me and Matt's lock literally dominated and then got knocked out with about 5 seconds left in the match.
Meanwhile,
fight. Tough scene. But I did want to start. I wanted to get ahead of it. I think it's disgusting by Greg to not invite Zed as the fourth. I wanted ahead of that. Greg's a jerk and a bully and didn't invite Zed.
Now, to be fair, I did. 2 days ago, I sent a message in our group chat that said, "Hey man, are you doing the show on Wednesday since Matt can't make it?" You buried it because you're too busy being wrong about Thursday night football. Mark, welcome to the show. Hold on, let's bring Mark into the show and then we can discuss.
I think that Zed, and Zed likes a personal invite. The fact that you didn't give him a personal invite is on you, so
correct.
Now, even dumber, which you guys don't know because we did talk on the side, he thought yesterday was Wednesday.
No.
So, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do about this.
Try to defend him, his honor. But my thing, or back to the argument now, is where it got buried in. Is Greg went on this tirade about being so
Nope,
right.
not a tirade. Not a tirade.
You were the most right guy of all time.
I was correct. 100% correct.
You're not 100% correct.
Yes, I am.
No,
you're not.
The comment was, wasn't the chit.
Can I explain the concept, or are you just going to yell over me? All right. Greg was going off about how the champion doesn't always play Thursday night football first week after winning the Super Bowl. And his only example for Thursday night football was the only exception was the 100th year of the NFL, so they went off tradition one time. That doesn't make you automatic. That doesn't make you right. They did the Super Bowl 19 out of 20 times since Thursday night football started. The actual Thursday night football, because you wanted to get specific.
When you say going off, the thing that was said was the champ always plays on Thursday night football.
Technically,
it's incorrect.
No.
It was more about you were telling us we are pretty much idiots for saying that when it was the only difference was...
I never said anybody was an idiot.
Here's a question. Here's the question right here.
It was all about the attitude of the text.
It is the attitude of it. And here's the question that'll basically cement my argument. Who's going to be playing on Thursday next season to start the season? And who's going to be playing the next
champion?
Season?
That's
and
usually what happens.
And the next
But it's not always what happens.
It's always.
It's always.
It is going to be always. Moving forward, it's pretty much going to be always.
Unless there's a 125th anniversary.
The 150th year, maybe the 200th.
Yeah. So not always, because always means every time. And when it's not every time, that means it's not always.
It's
okay. Well, is there always a Thursday night game? Because that's originally where the argument came.
Is there always a Friday night game?
No.
We don't know what the NFL is going to do. Things change all the time. The Eagles got to play in Brazil for some reason.
I don't even want to do the podcast. We're 4 minutes in. I don't even want to be here anymore. So I'm just going to read my picks off.
You got to find something like it's like the probability or whatever. It's not like it's like a.
Yeah, the percentage of games.
You can't just
1 out of 20.
And then you thought
1 out of 20.
You guys were calling us idiots when it was ridiculous.
I never called anybody an idiot.
And not only
never
that,
once.
This is also within the same week that Greg sent a text. I root for you, but I hate you. Like, how much of a jerk can you be to me in 1 week?
Said that to me.
No, No,
I don't know
you
this
said
argument.
it.
I don't know
I
this
said,
argument.
I don't understand how you can hate a team you root for. And your response was,
you're right. You're
well,
right. I did say
I
that.
hate you, but I root for you. Which I'm still
That's
bitter
a good
about,
point.
clearly.
That's a good point.
And then I say something about like how my wife said always, and that's where you jump down the throat. And I said, well, it's recently been Super Bowl champions, hasn't it? Nope. What do you mean, nope?
Yeah.
Just the
I
attitude.
mean, no.
Like we were like utterly wrong, and the example was one out of the Thursday night footballs. That's what got me going. Was you pretty much were like, nope, you guys are idiots, wrong. Didn't say idiots, sorry, didn't say idiots. It was like, nope,
Again,
dead wrong.
putting words in my mouth. This is ridiculous.
I took it back. Your attitude,
the accusations.
Your attitude, we're calling is idiots.
This is. I mean,
when your
my character is being attacked here, and I don't appreciate it.
You knew what you were doing. Let's be honest. You knew what you were doing.
But now he's trying to play victim here. Get out of here.
I would never play victim.
How can you hear us with that hat over your ears? I don't even know what to call you.
I wanted to wear a different hat. You guys knew we were going to wear regular hats. Possibility of a 3-man show. Could have been a 4-man show. That person would have had a hat on. We'll go no hat.
I like it.
I'm not going no hat.
I like that.
No, okay.
To be fair. But that was just I had the bone to pick.
I mean, my character has been assassanated.
He won 2 legs in his dart tournament this weekend. We got to give him credit.
Thank you.
I also know what?
Yeah,
against Greg finally. Got to clap myself.
Greg always loses in his first matchup in darts tournaments.
24 in a row until you finally won one, Mike. Congratulations.
Hey,
always.
that's all you can ask for.
Greg's only dart tournament win was when he got a bye somehow.
That is true. It is true. It was a night. I mean, hey, listen, second round.
We just get a better matchup in the first game. We'll be fine.
I mean, it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Need a better draw.
To get at your
I
character,
start living at your house so I can play in all these other things.
I'm gonna hang up a dartboard and practice for years just to assassinate your character even more, and I'll become the darts guy.
Sir, I don't think you understand how obsessive I am with this. We'll finish this show. We'll finish
12,000 dart throws in the last month or something. That's ridiculous.
That was me. That was me.
That was Mike. Well, mine's probably way more, but mine doesn't count it like that. We'll finish the show tonight. I'll edit it, and then I'll probably play darts by myself for like 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah, he's afraid to play me, and he's
I will play you too.
COD games with us.
Wednesday COD night. COD night. You guys stink at COD.
We
I know. I haven't seen any title. Haven't seen any wins since last week,
huh? We haven't
huh?
played since Thursday.
Hey, the winning boys haven't been back on together.
We have not played since Thursday.
Boys. The winning boys.
And we won on Thursday. We cashed I forgot. Greg cashed over and a half.
You guys did. We
won the next day too.
Yeah.
But we haven't played since Thursday. We had like 5 wins last week, and we haven't played since.
Yeah. Well, listen. Congratulations. I'm proud of you guys. But we're sort of burying the lead here, fellas. We have a lot to get to, and I want to get through. I mean, there is 2, 4, 6, 8 sports on the board this week. Not you. We want to.
He's just so mean.
He's a bully. Bully.
My character is being assassinated. Your character is like
a bully.
Nelson from The Simpsons.
I wish I could do the laugh better. I wasn't even going to try it because I'd be mocked ruthlessly. But it is like Prop-a-Palooza at this point. Like, that is where we're eventually going to end up. So I say we fire through a ton of other sports at Bovada, and if we can get through those very quickly, we can spend like the whole back half of the show on the NFL. So if you guys are cool with that, I'm cool with that. And then we can just kind of ride into the last football game we're going to see that actually matters until August, unless you want to count the spring league, which I don't. So are the Battlehawks still a thing? Are they still alive? Were they a team that survived the XFL AFL merger?
Or are
USFL
they merging
merger?
yet, or is it not till?
I think they've merged. I think they've merged.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be like next year or not. I don't know.
I don't know. The Rock's too busy stealing WrestleMania shine.
Yeah, disgusting. We won Cody.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Everyone does.
Perfect story for him to win back-to-back Rumbles and everything. And
then go on to complete the story. Win the title, be the guy, and now The Rock's back. And I love The Rock. I loved The Rock when I was, in high school watching Monday Night Raw every week, and I liked The Rock after that. And it's just it's crap. It's crap.
I agree.
It is what it
is. It is horrible. I get they want to do the whatever, but
well, I understand the reasoning behind it, but nah. Yeah,
it's just perfect timing, and then you just bury it. Is just annoying.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And I don't even really watch the WWE, but as a person that watches just Royal Rumble and then follows the WWE account on Twitter, I'm angry.
You're a WrestleMania season guy. Season guy. It's okay. You don't have enough time in the day. All right. Well, with that being said, we'll get into the NFL. I know Chris sent some picks in.
Matt probably sent his in.
Matt, tons of picks. He gave us all of his picks, so we can go through all those. We'll definitely get it. I'm sure he spent hours scouring the Bovada board to make sure that he had them for this week. So we'll get those mixed in. But I say we'll quickly jump into some soccer. We have some Premier League action. I know big Forest W in penalty kicks in the FA Cup. But let's burn through some soccer really quickly. Mark, I'll start with you.
Big win on my lock last week. Attaboy Gunners. They're going to be on my card again at -180. Just an awesome week for me. I also hit the Around the World special, so things are looking up. I'm right on your tail, Greg, and we're coming down to the final stretch of this season, and it looks like a 2-horse race. So we'll see what happens.
Well, the real issue that's going to occur is that right towards the end of this season, I'm going to be unavailable due to personal matters for at least a week or maybe 2, depending on what goes on. So that's going to be 10. That's going to be a stride. Putting in those picks, -10. I would never not submit picks. But it not being here, having a feel for the games, it's going to be tough.
It'll probably help you out if we're being honest.
If we're being fair, the last couple weeks, you're not wrong. I'm on Fulham, Bournemouth, the draw, +255. I'm also on Luton over Sheffield, -135. They're the better of the 2 bottom teams in the table.
Yeah. I'm also on Luton Town. Whenever Luton Town is minus odds, that's something weird going on.
I think they stay up. Their coach is, I think he's Ronnie. It's either Ronnie or Robbie Edwards. He's got the boys going. They might stay up. Everybody didn't give them a chance, but they're looking good.
I have sources inside, knows Luton Town, the town specifically, very well. Said the only goal is to stay up this season. That's it. There are no other goals. So,
I could have told
we'll see what happens.
I could have told you that from here.
Telling you what I know.
My inside sources from inside my own brain have also told me that. Come on, man. What is that?
Yeah. It's my inside sources, dog. I don't know what to tell you. Boots on the ground.
Must be a darts guy or something.
Nope. Boots on the ground. Mike, what do you got?
I'm going to take Crystal Palace +310 against Chelsea at home.
Also on my card.
I don't know how Roy Hodgson is still the manager after the worst defeat against our rival Brighton since the 1950s. They lost 4-1. I don't know how he's still there. They need to fire and bring in Steve Cooper or something. But I think they fire him before that game and they get the new coach bump. I think they're just trying to decide who's going to be their new manager. They just haven't done it yet.
I'm on Chelsea.
Chelsea's been playing like trash.
They played well today against Aston Villa, to be fair.
Crystal Palace just had their worst loss to a rival since the 50s. I don't care how bad Chelsea's playing.
My whole thing's based off if they fire a Hodgson, then you're good. If not, we're buried. There's so many injuries and stuff. We could get.
I have a little double dip on Crystal Palace. I have them plus half a goal at -110 as well.
Okay. Thanks for vamping, guys, while I type this up. I appreciate that.
Vampires?
Goofball. So the next one I have is the Forest boys against Newcastle +235. Newcastle barely escaped with that draw against Luton last week. Forest just right on the verge. They just keep drawing with these teams. They're going to win a game eventually, and that's the one I'm on. I'm also on Man U, riding a couple wins in a row. Aston Villa +205 right there for you. And my last one, I already gave it out. So
I'm against
I don't
both
have to give
of those,
any more out.
Actually,
that's
I'm on Newcastle +105. Man U's been playing a little bit well. Villa did look ugly today, but I think Villa's making a run to try to make the Champions League. I think they're more focused on the Prem, and they have the Conference League, so I'm going to take them plus 115.
All right. Well, hey, listen, I get it. That's understandable, I guess.
Mhm,
Not for
mhm.
me. It's not. I don't understand it, but
Well,
you know.
you're an idiot.
Mark, what else you got in soccer?
We're doing it
Me.
again, Greg. We're doing it again. Around the world, around the world. I don't know if
I
that
gotta-
was sung correctly, but I
Gotta
got
tip-
Tottenham minus
tip the cap 'cause
125.
You finally got once.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Tottenham minus 125.
Who they playing?
Atletico. They are playing against. Hold on. They are playing against Brighton Hove and Albion. Brighton. I got Atletico Madrid against Sevilla at plus 110. That's on February 11th. And then to finish that off, it's the biggest match in Germany, the biggest match probably in
massive.
Leverkusen history. Give me Leverkusen plus 165 against Bayern Munich. Leverkusen is on a tear. Javi Alonso's got those boys just cruising. So I don't know if you know 30 matches unbeaten over there in Leverkusen.
It's a massive match. Hopefully somebody can stop Bayern winning their 11th or 12th in a row.
I'm just really hoping that Harry Kane doesn't win a single trophy at
rough.
Bayern. That's really what it is, because it would just be so funny.
That would be rough.
What's the parlay pay?
Plus 902. A little bit bigger of a win this time. So
it's those three, right? Tottenham,
Yeah.
Atletico, and Leverkusen.
Yeah, England, Spain, and Germany.
All right. We'll see what happens. We good in soccer then?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's quickly.
I say Liverpool -2, minus
No,
138. Burnley's horrible. They're going to smash them after that loss to Arsenal.
It's -2, minus what?
Minus 138.
Minus 130. How could? Oh, never mind. That's the game against Brentford. Okay, so that makes more sense. Okay, all right. Let's go to tennis then. I don't have anything in tennis, so I'll concede to you, gentlemen, and Mike, I'll go to you first.
Yeah, I'm going to start with Francis Tiafoe in Dallas, -2, minus 120 against Alex Mickelson. I'll ride with Tiafoe in at home.
All right.
Well, America.
So I'm going to the WTA. There's Abu Dhabi, and I'm also going to Mumbai. In Mumbai, I am taking Storm Hunter against Alina Korneva.
That's a sweet name.
Those are two sweet names right there. But I'm taking Storm Hunter at minus 120. She's going to hunt that storm and find it.
Sweet name.
Yeah. All right. Mike,
I guess I can go back to Abu Dhabi because you don't have any picks.
Yeah, I don't do tennis. I too many losses in a row.
All right,
I have two picks in Abu Dhabi. I'm gonna go with Elena Rybakina -4, minus 115 against Danielle Collins, and then I'm gonna go with Ons Jabeur -3, minus 110.
Ooh,
a lot of time off.
Even in the same matches.
Nah, but a lot of time off for Jabeur after losing early in the Aussie Open. Think she bounces back here.
I'm on Daria Kasatkina against Serena Sirsti. She's Sirste, whatever. I'm on Daria minus 125, and I'm also on Heather Watson plus 110 against Christina Buxa. And that's actually all my picks in tennis.
All right, then Mike, can you close out tennis?
That was it. I only had 3.
That makes that easy. Then let's talk about the NHL and how awful the skills competition actually was. That weird clip of Kucherov just like completely giving up during whatever that drill was, where the fans in Toronto were booing him.
I heard that, but I didn't really know what it was.
That's
bad.
Do they get extra pay for doing this kind of stuff? Because like that, he shouldn't get it.
David won $1 million. I don't know. He won the whole competition, so he won $1 million. But I don't know.
That's pretty sweet. But
I don't know about anybody else if they just competed and if they get anything.
I'm sure they got something for competing. I feel like they would have had to.
Well, take Kucherov's money away because it was a terrible display. Terrible.
Just flat out not trying, which is a bizarre thing to do.
Just give like a little bit of effort, just a little bit, and that's all they ask for. I mean, you took up more people's time doing what you did than just trying. If we're being honest,
just make it look good. Well, regardless, our picks all stunk. I don't think we had one. We didn't have one winner in any of them, which is bad. Thought maybe I had
JT
McCarr.
Miller almost won in the hardest shot. I think he lost to.
He did. He lost to McCarr by like 0.2.
Yeah.
I was hoping JT would come through for me for just one event, but that's all right.
It was an interesting strategy. I liked it though. It was bad. I mean, everybody else's picks stunk too, so who knows?
Yeah.
Speaking of though, I'm going with the Bruins minus 133, and I'm also on the Flyers plus 135 at Bovada.
Also on the card. Got off the schneid. Got off the losing streak. Didn't realize that they also had their bye week right before the All-Star break. So I was like, why haven't they played?
I know, they didn't play forever.
So very nice to see them get that win. But I'm also on the Avalanche in the battle of the natural disasters. You got the Avalanche versus the Hurricanes, and I like the Avalanche there at plus 120.
The natural disasters is a good one. I like that. Mike, what do you got?
I want the over in that game. I want the over in the battle of the natural disasters. Just goals galore. But I'll take. Put the Flyers on my card. Yeah, they're back to their winning ways. Hopefully they keep it going towards the playoffs. And then I'm obviously going to ride my Golden Knights minus 145 against the Coyotes. They broke the streak last night of the Oilers. So I think they stay. They keep winning after that. That was a good game last night. It was like a playoff game.
No one's going to be at that game because it's Waste Management Open Week, so they're not going to be at the Arizona Cardinals game or Coyotes game or the Cardinals game because they're not playing.
That's yes, no, they are.
They don't
not.
play on. They don't play on the Thursday because they didn't win Super Bowl.
You never know.
They're not in a big rivalry either.
NFL.
True.
I'm writing this down. Tampa Bay Lightning even money is my last pick.
Also on my card and also my last pick.
Oh, what's going on over here? Also on your card?
Yeah, also on my card, also my last pick.
All right. Mike, anything else in hockey? Not paying attention to the show.
No, that's it. We're trying to get assists here, Greg.
I mean, I hear you.
Darius Garland needs one. We need one more. He's on a. I didn't know he was on a minute restriction, so gets me a little bit nervous. Unless he got one that I missed. Nah, he needs one more.
Yeah, he does.
Great
couple
spot.
Guys.
Great spot right now.
A couple guys hanging around.
Yeah,
always gets crazy. Well, regardless, are we good in hockey then?
We are good on the ice.
Then let's fire off quickly to week 2 of the Premier League of Darts. Unless you really want to dip into the live league, which you can. A couple former, a couple pros from last season who lost their tour card out there this week. Ted Evans, Ross Montgomery, Brad Brooks, bunch of guys on the live league this week. It's been pretty fun. But let's talk more about the Premier League.
Great.
Michael Smith win. I know nobody cares.
You didn't bring up the biggest thing of the weekend. I know it's not the Premier League, but come on.
Oh, yeah, the newly crowned Masters champion.
Bunting mental.
He went bunting mental. Yeah. Absolutely. I wish it wasn't Super Bowl week because I'd name the show He Went Bunting Mental.
Let's go, Stephen Bunting. Congrats. What an athlete. I mean, what an athlete.
His first PDC major, like 10 years removed from his BDO World Championship. But yeah, what an unbelievable weekend, and just like dominant. It wasn't one of those things where like, the other guys just played bad and he wrote it, and actually had a chance. I gave out Ross Smith last week in that first round matchup against Bunting, and Ross Smith missed match darts in that matchup that could have ended this run well before it even started, but instead Bunting took it down. But let's just go through Premier League real quick. I'm taking Nathan Aspinall plus 270 against MVG. I'm taking, I want to make sure because I went back and forth on this one a little bit. Taking Gerwin Price, who sat out of the Masters, minus 136 against Michael Smith on Bovada. And then I'm taking Rob Cross plus 178 against Luke Littler in that matchup. Anybody else have anything in darts?
No.
I didn't think so.
I didn't take anything this. I'll take Michael Smith plus 110.
You have to go right against me. I understand.
He won last week. That's my guy. I forget the song he comes out to, but
shut up,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, and shut up and dance. I was like this when I was watching it. I was dancing.
Of course you were. It's
Well,
gonna be a
Michael
nice
Smith guy.
Thursday.
Michael Smith guy.
Yeah, well, it's author of one of the most unbelievable legs in darts history.
Correct.
Doesn't matter. Let's go to basketball here. We'll go very quickly. We'll dip into both. I think there was some NBA on there.
Yeah.
I know there was college games. I picked a game that started like an hour and 10 minutes ago. But I don't have anything in the NBA. I don't really have a ton of basketball to be in general because I was so focused on everything else. But Mike, I'll start with you.
I'm my only pick in the NBA. I'm going to take the Nets. The Nets plus 6 minus 110 at home. The Cavs are playing a tough game right now in Washington. Got to then travel up there. I think Cavs are like 14-1 or whatever. The last 15, they're playing really well, but I think the Nets can
That's
keep
why
it close.
I took the Cavs minus 6 minus 110.
Playing good ball.
So-
They're playing Washington real tough right now. Or Washington's playing them tough right now.
Save up some energy for tomorrow, boys.
All right. Well, I don't have anything in the NBA, but I do have a couple picks in college basketball. We'll go Big Sky, Montana State plus 6.5 minus 110, Weber State minus 9 minus 110 at Bovada. Those are my only two picks in basketball. So I don't have anything else when it comes to basketball. So Mark, I'll go to you.
I have this is my last one. I only have two picks in basketball as well. I'm taking Memphis minus 6.5 minus 110.
Mike, anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to take Penn State at home plus 1.5 minus 110 against Iowa. They're looking good. They're looking much better with all the transfers now. I think they can make a little bit of run the end of this year. Maybe possibly sneak into the tourney. I don't know why you're shaking your head. Best team in PA. And then I'm going to take Arizona minus 5 minus 110 again at Utah. Pretty sure they got upset over the weekend, so I think they bounced back.
Feel like every top 10 team gets upset almost nightly.
There's just like Purdue and UConn, then everybody just getting upset or just moving spots.
I'm very confused how Northwestern's not ranked. I just don't understand. They are a top team. A recent loss to Purdue in overtime in Purdue where they should have won the game in regulation. But, no respect. They'll make the tournament. They'll make a run.
What are they, 15-7? They're going to lose Sunday to Penn State.
Put Northwestern money line on my card.
Northwestern lost the last two games. They got trounced by Minnesota. That's
in overtime. In overtime.
Not
they
Purdue.
Lost in overtime.
Purdue was the overtime.
They lost in overtime to Minnesota
Okay.
as well.
All right, then double overtime.
I know because they were my only loss in a parlay.
Ooh. That's tough.
It's good work by you.
It's tough.
All right, are we good in basketball then?
I want to put a
All
future
right.
on Duke, but I'm not on here. I just want to get that out there. Duke should win it all.
Okay, you worry about that. They lost
coming
by
in.
4,000 to UNC and never looked good. Let's go to the UFC. I think it's an Apex card. The card did not look fantastic. There's rumors of someone getting oiled up. I don't know. It's one of my favorite storylines on the internet
That is funny.
currently. Is that somebody's going to oil Dana up if we don't get a good UFC 300 card. I mean, it's just hilarious.
I saw a tweet. One tweet was the main event of UFC 300 should just be oil up the entire octagon and oil up Dana White, and he's got to just for 5 rounds try to catch a pig running around the octagon.
I mean, I'd purchase it.
I would certainly want 25 minutes of that.
Oh man! Well, one day the other guy's gonna get off of his yacht and maybe come back and save the organization.
I saw a rumor could be fake. It's just a Reddit type fake thing. But they're saying, what if they're waiting for like during Super Bowl in Vegas, all that stuff? They do a big commercial where they announce that McGregor's actually going to main event UFC 300 and stuff.
That'd be cool. I don't buy it.
I don't think it'll happen. It's probably just a rumor. It's probably just a made up thing. But that would be cool.
I literally I don't have any picks in the UFC this week. I hated every line.
I have a few.
All right.
I'll just run through them quick then. But I'll start with Jeremiah Wells, minus 165. Shout out Philly against Max Griffin. I'm going to go Bruno Brazil, plus 220 against, I know Loma Luke Boonme is a fan favorite of this show.
That's a podcast favorite.
But Bruno Brazil's actually plus 215. But I don't know. I just feel like she shouldn't be that big of a favorite there. So we're going to ride against that. We're going to go with Michael Johnson. Got to always bet on Michael Johnson, minus 134. He'll probably lose, but got to ride. And then I have a parlay that includes the main event. And main event's Joe Pfeiffer, Philly guy, another dog. Greg,
that line on Bovada was moved from it was at 260 earlier, maybe 2 hours ago. Now he's minus 275.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Pfeiffer minus 275. Yeah, that changes my stuff. And then I'm gonna ride with Dan Ige minus 180 against Andre Fili. Feel like he just got more power, can knock him out. And I'm gonna parlay them, and they're plus 112.
Attaboy Darius.
Come on, Darius.
Attaboy.
So it's Pfeiffer and Ige.
Yeah, plus 112 is the parlay.
Ige plus 112. All right, Mark, do you have anything in the UFC?
I do. I'm taking Bogdan Goskov plus 105. Is that guy Polish? He might be. I don't know.
Who is he?
He's Bogdan Goskov. Nah, there's a V in his last name. He's not. It's plus 104 actually now. So I'm moving lines here with my picks. I'm also going to take Darius Flowers at plus 110.
He's out of Russia.
Yeah, he's got a V in the last name. But I'm also going to take Armin Petrosian. Petrosian minus 105 against Rodolfo Vieira.
Every time I see Petrosian's last name, all I think of is Caro Parisian, and nobody has any idea who that is. Early UFC guy. But yeah,
there's got to be a couple Polish guys though, right? Marcin Proknio's got to be Polish.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Robert Bruchek. No, I meant on this card though. Yeah.
I mean, if I see a YCZ in that particular order, I'm assuming Polish.
Let's see.
So I saw a funny reel today.
Yes, like, Robert Bruchek, Polish. Confirmed.
I saw a funny reel. It was like, why does Poland enjoy the weirdest sports in the world? Like, number one is obviously like soccer in Poland, just like it is most of Europe. But then the number 2 and number 3 popular sport in Poland is ski jumping and volleyball.
And darts. Handball up there?
I don't know. I only knew the top 3, but like
darts is climbing the ranks in there, dude. We got another big the World Series going back to Poland again. So
Ratajski,
we'll see,
right?
Yeah, we'll see. He got absolutely crushed in round 2, but he did win. He did win last week. He beat Johnny Clayton in round 1 of the Masters. So, well, regardless, why are we back on darts? Let's go quickly to the world of golf. And I say the world of golf because we do double dip this week. We have a LIV tournament in Vegas, and then we have the, Phoenix Waste Management, right?
Yep.
We can start with LIV because I only have a couple picks in LIV, and they are Cam Smith outright plus 1,400 and Patrick Reed top 10 plus 140, and Tyrrell Hatton, who I didn't even know went to LIV,
literally just signed there like
minus 140
a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
That's makes a lot of sense why I didn't know.
Yeah, he joined the ROM team, as did the Polish golfer savior Adrian Maronk.
Well, all right. Well, do you guys have anything in LIV?
I'm gonna take the Range Goats at plus 1,200 to win the team event. And that's it. That's all I
Okay.
got in live.
Range goes plus 1,200.
I just want a tournament finish.
Scroll to the bottom of the page. You'll see it.
I want Taylor Gooch top 10 minus 115. That's it.
Taylor Gooch top 10 minus 115 for you. All right. Then we can move into the waste management. So mad, Mike. Scotty Scheffler T6 last week for me. So far, this betting him top 5 thing has not paid off for me. Unlike last year where he was finishing top 5, but I'm taking him yet again top 5 plus 105 on Bovada for him for Scheffler.
Did you guys see that story about? I don't know if it was true or not. I saw it on TikTok. It might have been so some golf account was saying that all these people like they made like $1 million or something like that, and it's unsure if they're getting paid out because they did it on all these like top 10 finishes and stuff, and all this stuff on Saturday, hoping it would get rained out on Sunday and they wouldn't play and all the people would finish there and everything. It's like during the round and stuff.
So there was a sports book that actually changed their house rules due to this.
Okay.
That said you can't make those kinds of bets after the last hole or the last shot of the last round has been played. If you make that bet after the third round is completely finished and before the fourth round is canceled, that bet will be voided.
If it doesn't finish, if they don't play the fourth
But I
round.
mean, very smart. And if that's starting to happen, if you can kind of see the weather coming and think, hey, there's a chance this might get canceled on Sunday or might not be played on Monday, just throw all of those in on Saturday before the last golfer gets off the course, because that was genius. What a great idea.
Smart. Very smart.
Yeah. All right, Mark, what do you have in the waste management?
I have, will there be a hole in one? Yes, at minus 140.
Popular.
All right.
And I have, will there be a hole in one on the 16th hole? Yes, at plus 240.
That's value. It's
been a few
nooks
years.
And crannies.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a few years since someone has had one on 16. Sam Ryder with the last one, I think, in either 21 or 22. So, let's see.
Mike just living and dying with Brandon Miller right now.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I got League Pass. I'm locked into the Hornets.
At least you're not doing a podcast.
Oh, my God. That dude just got knocked out. Was that PJ Washington? Now? He just smashed his head off the floor.
Seems bad.
He's moving around a little bit, but it looked like he just went. All right. I'm going to go with Sam Burns, top 20, minus 160. And Cam Young, top 20, plus 110. Are my two picks. And then I have the winner.
All right. Well, I'll give out the rest of mine. Byung-Hun An, top 10, plus 225. And also top 20, minus 105. And it won for me last week, so I'm around again. Eric Cole, top 20, plus 130. Mark, what else you got in the waste management, or is that it?
So I'm going to take Hideki Matsuyama outright at plus 4,000.
All right, Mike, go ahead. Give me your winner.
I'm going to take Sam Burns, plus 2,000.
Sam Burns, plus...
I forgot my reasoning. I had reasoning for it. I picked him in the pool and stuff, and I had all this reasoning.
Right.
It's out of my head.
We've gone long enough. We went like 9 minutes longer than I really wanted to on everything that wasn't the Super Bowl. But let's get to the NFL. It is the last game of the year. It is the Super Bowl. It is the Kansas City Chiefs looking to defend their crown, be the first back-to-back champion since the Patriots, I think, did it a few years back.
No, they haven't done it. No, they haven't done it since like the 2023, 2024 or whatever, or 2001, 2020. It hasn't happened in 20 years or whatever.
Yeah. So looking to be that first team to go back-to-back, successfully defend the title. 49ers looking for like their 6th or 7th Super Bowl in franchise history and to avenge the loss from a few years ago. Currently, the Chiefs still sit as the underdog listed on Bovada. They're +2, -103 on there. We'll get to the game. The game will be the challenge, so we won't mess around with that.
Yeah, because the Patriots, they won 3 and 6 years or whatever, from 2014 to 2018 or whatever, or 2013 to 2018.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
They won Super Bowl. I can't read that. They won in the 2014 football season, 2016 football season, and 2018 football season.
You don't do well with Roman numerals.
52, there's 50. They won 49, 51, and 53. There you go.
Have you seen that the Google thing where it shows like the amount of times that people have Googled the Super Bowl obviously goes up in February, but then the amount of times people Google the Roman numerals also goes up in February.
It's really funny.
It's awesome.
I'll just kick it off. I'm going right into. I'm taking the over in this game. Over 47.5, -105. Everybody thinks this is going to be defense. I don't believe that. I think that both of these teams have the capability of the big play. I think that I think the 49ers defense is way shakier than we want to really pretend. So I'm going with the over 47.5 -105. Mark, what do you have?
I got flat.
Go ahead, Mark.
I just based off of that, I got a flashy pick. I like non-QB to throw a touchdown +460, either Debo or CMC. Throw a little touchdown pass. I'm thinking more CMC. I don't know if I could bet him specifically, but +460, I'm taking that. I think there's going to be some flashy plays out there.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
Thank you.
All right. Well, speaking of CMC, Chris did give me one pick, his one and only pick, because he couldn't join us. Christian McCaffrey MVP +450 is what he's riding with. Mark, what do you have?
So I'm going into the touchdown props, and I'm saying Rashee Rice to score 2 or more touchdowns at +800.
I think he's going to have a big game.
I agree.
My lock of the week is him just to score.
Ooh, I like that.
Even odds. Rashee Rice.
I'm going to take him to score 2 or more touchdowns at +800, and then give me him to score 3 or more touchdowns as well at +3,500.
I like that. Is there first touchdown on there?
There is first touchdown.
I want Rashee Rice
first touchdown.
Yeah, what are those odds? Plus.
So hold on. First touchdown score for Rashee Rice is +700.
Yeah, I'll take that.
The last 6 years have had somebody score at least 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, which is crazy.
Interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting list of different guys that have done it. We talked about first TDs. I'm taking Noah Gray +4,000.
That's popular
for the Chiefs.
Not a bad pick.
It's one of those weird things where he doesn't get a ton of catches, but in primetime games, for me, I feel like he scores every gosh dang time.
And then you get a text from Greg. I took 9 people to score the first touchdown, score touchdown, and not this guy.
You say, who the heck is insert obscure player on one of the two teams to score a touchdown? The worst was I forget what. I don't know if it was the last game. It couldn't have been the last game of the season because the Lions weren't on primetime that week. But it was like the second to last game. Maybe it was their first playoff game. It might have been their first playoff game, and I just didn't bet Laporta to score a TD. I thought I had him in there on the show, and just completely didn't.
That'll happen.
Yeah, not when you take 12 different guys and you don't take the starting tight end superstar for the Lions. It's a dumb person. I'm a dumb person. It's kind of how that works.
I agree.
But
what?
So. I know. I do have Rashee Rice. I do have Rashee Rice involved in a couple of my picks, or at least one that I'm looking at here. I have Rashee Rice, Valdez-Scantling, or Justin Watson first TD at +400 as well. I think I'm kind of trying to cover all of my non-Kelsey and Pacheco bases when it comes to Chiefs touchdowns for the first TD of the game.
Dude, some of these requested props that are on Bovada are.
They're crazy.
Hilarious.
I was looking.
Listen to this one.
Any puppy bowl
Chiefs
action.
to win the Super Bowl Taylor Swift to go to the White House with the team and endorses Biden, who is smelling her hair.
That's not. It can't be real.
Like
I can't
what?
believe Brandon Miller dying on a vine here.
And then there's
You're
another
ahead.
one.
You need to get off
Vegas
there.
isn't.
You're ahead.
I'm
Vegas
not
is
ahead on
invaded
anything. I'm just
by
looking at.
aliens, and the
I'll
game
tell you if
ends
it
in a
happens.
tie. Unreal.
By aliens?
Yeah, Vegas is
I feel like
invaded
that.
by
I feel like you
aliens,
can't
and
pay that bet out.
the game ends in a tie at plus 100,000.
I'm taking each team to score a TD in each half, and it's even money, right there. And I'm also taking 4+ field goals in the game at plus 100. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. Mike, what do you have?
I'm going to take Isaiah Pacheco to score, minus 145. And I'm going to take Kittle to get a touchdown, plus 140. I know Kittle's battling an injury, but there's no way he misses this game or anything. He's got a toe injury or something, so he's going to be playing. I think he gets in the end zone.
I like that. Mark?
So I'm going to take longest completion for Patrick Mahomes is going to be over 35.5 yards, minus 115.
All right. I put that under Mike. Mark, give me one more.
All right. I think Brock Purdy's going to throw an interception, over
On my
1/2
card.
interception, minus 135.
Yep, on my card. It was against top defenses or whatever, in the top 5 or whatever. He's thrown interceptions against both teams, the Ravens and the.
He almost threw interceptions last week.
He played week 4. Whoever he played like week 4 or 5 is also a top 5 defense. He threw a couple interceptions there.
Well, he almost threw a couple last week. He threw one off the face mask for a long gain, and there was another 1 or 2 that went right through some lion hands, some paws of those lions.
Gotta be.
Well, regardless, it's on my card as well. It's Brock Purdy. It's minus
Got it, Mike.
It's Brock. Okay, everyone relax.
Need one more from Maxie, then we're on to 10-10.
It's Brock Purdy over the 0.5. I'm on that one as well, which is pretty easy for me. Mike, what's your next one?
Again, I think Rashee Rice is going to have a big game. I'm going to take over 66.5 yards, minus 115. I kind of might. I was looking at his alternate lines. I forget what exactly it was, but I kind of want to take his 100 yards. I'm gonna have to find it again. But I was looking at it earlier. It's probably like plus 200, plus 300 or something. Let me see.
All right. I thought Mike was gonna keep talking, so I was adding another prop that I liked as sort of a long shot.
Here we go. Rashee Rice, 100 plus. Yeah, plus 260. We'll take that.
You said it's over 100 plus 160?
Yep, 100 plus. Yep, plus 260. Sorry, plus 260.
Plus 260. Mark, your next one.
My next one, this is going to be my lock of the week. Total completions from both teams combined over 47.5 at minus 115. I just feel like there's going to be, like you said, points. There's going to be throwing. Both teams like to do, short completions when they need to. So give me 48 completions. Both teams combined over minus 115.
On that same sort of line, I'm taking that Kyle Juszczyk over 0.5 receptions. It's minus 160 at Bovada, but that's feels like a guarantee. He always seems to somehow get involved randomly. And I'm also taking that Mahomes as the first TD pass of the two quarterbacks, minus 125.
Yeah, I like that.
Mike, what's your next one?
I'm going to go with a little props here because the rest I have is either MVP or the winners. So I'm going to go some props, obviously the fun Super Bowl props. I think Reba McEntire singing national anthem, taking the over 1 minute and 28 seconds, minus 150.
Under. Give me the under on my card.
Disgusting. But I think she's a obviously country singer, a little bit slower. I'm going to go with the over every time.
What are the odds for the under?
What's the under?
I'll have to go find it. I have it written
I was
down.
trying to find it, but I couldn't.
It's in the Super Bowl specials right here.
Okay.
If you go to the main screen, there's a lot of the Super Bowl specials.
It's plus 115, Mark.
Yep.
Plus 115. I like it. Give me the under.
Yeah. Mean. But then I got another prop. Some research. I'm going to go red. Right? So I think the Chiefs are going to win. Obviously, by red, I mean what the color of the liquid being poured on the winning coach.
We got it.
All right, just clarifying. Red. My research is none of those conspiracies or whatever Taylor Swift stuff. None of that. I'm going with when they won against last year. When they won against us, they poured purple, and they poured orange when they won against the Niners the other time. Purple and orange make a brown with a red hint color. Going red.
Well, that's because you need red to make both of those colors.
So we're going. I went the opposite way. So we're going red. The odds are plus 325 as well.
Mark, what's your next one?
My next one is I'm just at MVP now. I'm just gonna take.
All right, well, hang on then. Let me give it a couple props then, just to close it out, and then we'll close with MVP and then the challenge itself, or the game itself. I'm taking tails minus 105. I feel like it didn't. Oh, rude.
Always on it. I ride heads and you ride tails. I think every year we have the same conversation.
Yeah, and you're rude every year. It's cool.
Mean.
I'm taking Jerick McKinnon anytime TD plus 400. I'm also taking Juszczyk anytime TD plus 700. I think both of those,
I like those shots.
Can certainly happen. I also think the Chiefs have 2 rushing touchdowns plus 225. So that's 2 plus rushing TDs. I could certainly see that being the case if they get into the red zone or down deep in there. Either kicker hit an upright, yes, plus 375. And then my last one before we talk about MVP or the game is, will there be a flea flicker attempted? Yes, plus 115. All right. So, Mark, you said your MVP. All we have is MVP and game left?
Yep.
I just want to make sure. I mean, it's a lot to sift through on Bovada. There is, I mean, like you could sit here and do props for days. I'm sorry, I read the wrong odds. This is why you go back and check. Will there be a flea flicker is plus 245. The thing under it, which is will there be roughing the passer, is plus 115. So thank God I looked, or else when the flea flicker happens, I would have been cheated out of 1.30 units. That would have been bad.
I want Reba McEntire's primary color of boots, black, plus 200. I love that pick.
Who comes up with these?
The highest two are, if you look up Reba McEntire boots and just look through the Google images, she's just wearing mainly black or brown boots. So the second best odds are brown plus 300. Or plus 325. I love it.
All right. So are we good on everything and we can just get into MVP and the game itself?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the MVP itself, because the game's going to be the challenge, etc. We'll talk about we'll go MVP first. Mark, I'll start with you.
So I'm actually going to do a double dip in MVP. I'm going to do Patrick Mahomes at plus 120 and Travis Kelce at plus 1,000. I just feel like that's a lot of value for Kelce. Never know, he might go off, and even if Mahomes wins it, still get 0.2 units in the bank.
All right. I also rode the Mahomes MVP train.
So did I.
Similar thinking here, but I dipped in. I went a little bit deeper into the Chiefs lineup. I'm taking L'Jarius Sneed plus 15,000. There is a potential that this game shifts very bigly on a pick six or some sort of turnover that leads to a touchdown. Fumble recovery,
to be fair,
that kind of thing.
Sad happened last year.
Right, of course, but I think he's a guy who can make the big play for this team. He's going to be involved as their primary, the guy that's covering the guys they want to get the ball to
Correct.
the most. So it's going to be going their way. I could see McCaffrey, or I could see Purdy forcing one. L'Jarius Sneed takes to the house, and I am, getting that plus 15,000 on Bovada. Even more. So and again, if the Chiefs win and Mahomes gets it, it's plus 0.2 units.
Say that. What is L'Jarius Sneed to get an interception? I definitely saw that earlier. I kind of want that on my card. I'll have to look. Here it is, interceptions. L'Jarius Sneed. Plus 700. I want it. L'Jarius Sneed over 0.5 interceptions. Plus 700.
So over 0.5 INTs.
Yep, I like that.
Plus 700.
He's really good. Real good.
Yeah, no, he certainly is. Mark, you did your MVP. Mike, did you do your MVP?
Yeah, I took Mahomes as well. I don't.
That's it?
Yeah. I think we're all on the same page here.
Then let's go to the actual game line. We talked about it. They're plus 2. I'm giving my lock of the week. My lock of the week, it probably is going to be telling about what my challenge pick is. My lock of the week is the Chiefs money line, plus 115. I don't understand how you can consistently make Patrick Mahomes an underdog. I don't trust the 49ers defense as much as other people do. And I also think that the Chiefs are going to game plan the correct way, and they're going to look at it and say, if we run the ball here, there's a chance we can open this team up.
Correct.
And then eventually own this. They are a smart team in that way, coached by a very, very competent coach. And I just don't trust Kyle Shanahan in big spots. So plus 2 money line lock of the week.
Yeah, I want the double dip as well. They've been all over and really hyping up the Niners defense. Like, I think the Niners defense was much better last year. This year, especially in the playoffs, they really haven't played that well than what they gave up. 27 to the Packers and then 31 to the Lions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't see how they stop.
Should have been more
offense
of a Lions.
unless it's dropped. Yeah, correct. I don't see
kick the ball.
I don't see how they stop that offense unless I just don't see them beating themselves unless they have drop passes. Then if it all comes back to that. But yeah, I'm double dipping on the Chiefs as well, Greg. So.
All right, Mark.
I am also double dipping on the Chiefs.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, guys, I think it's not only that we feel good about Mahomes and the ability of his to win these kinds of games. I think we also all hate the 49ers.
Correct.
If we're being honest with each other. Somehow they're still talking about the Eagles at these press conferences, and you're at the Super Bowl still talking about us and how you would have been there last year, yada, yada,
yada. The funny part is Debo saying it's not a rivalry, but literally the rivalry part got started because of how much they complained last year. So, the Eagles-Niners really wouldn't have been a thing if it wasn't all the Niners players all offseason, complaining. And that's how it became a rivalry type thing.
And here's the thing. It's not like there was a bad call, something was missed. It's not like it was the Saints-Rams game, right? Bradley Roby, the no call pass interference, right? That eventually they changed the rules so you could review it, and then they changed it back and said this is stupid. But it's not like it was something like that, right? It was an injury that happened over the course of the game because you couldn't block for your quarterback. That's the part where it's like, what are we actually complaining about? I don't get it. It's over. Move on.
What's really gotten me this week is all of the Niners fans just being like, well, you guys, you didn't play well in the Super Bowl. You blew it in the Super Bowl. When it really mattered, you lost. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Did you see how it ended? Did you see how
Jalen
good
Hurts was the best player
on the field by a mile?
Yeah.
So whatever. I just hope that they get their little hearts broken and they go back to mining gold.
Sure. All right. So that's it. That's the Super Bowl, fellas. We're gonna go into this weekend. One last week of football. We'll come back next week. Hopefully, be a full squad again, and we'll go from there. So, with that being said, YouTube.com/TheUnderdog, Twitter.com/BettorsDelight. We may still have a TikTok. Who knows? But yeah, I hate the 49ers. Let's go Chiefs. Let's go win some bets.